Hi, good morning. My name's Jonathan Evans. I'm down in Poole in Dorset. Firstly, a thank you to Anna for the great work that you're doing and the awareness that you're bringing around all this insanity. I wanted to make this really quick. I think we all have to make some action. There's too much talk the talk and not enough walk the walk. I was always brought up on action, so I think if I can't be doing with friends who, well, I can't be doing with people who just moaning in their front rooms, at night. Oh, it's all not right, and something's got to be done. Then it is up to us in a democracy to try and do something about that. My little whinge, I think, is about the ridiculous face mask exemptions that so many people, especially in coffee shops, restaurants, pubs, wherever, are not aware of and ignoring. And I've sort of taken it onto myself to do the odd letter of complaint, which has brought in some favourable responses. Down here there's a chain of sort of coffee shops and places called the Loungers, Ludo Lounge, Curdo Lounge, Potto Lounge, in whatever, they all end in O, for those of you guys that live in the Bournemouth and Poole area. So I was mortified but not surprised to be stopped by, I've been going to these places for years. I got stopped last week, I think it was. New laws have come in. You have to wear a face mask. I said, sorry, it's Jonathan. Yeah, you got to wear a face mask. You got to wear a face mask. It's the law. Now, so few people are unaware that there are still exemption clauses within the Coronavirus Act under face mask exemptions. Face mask coverings, when and to wear them, exemptions, and how to make your own. Now, I check this every single morning, so this is Tuesday, the 6th of October. And as yet, up to date, those exemptions haven't been removed. But my point is to give people some hope, and a lot of people struggle with standing up. They either feel embarrassed, they're in fear of being ridiculed, of being embarrassed, but I see it, and I'm with other like-minded friends that, we're up against the crossroads of the end of democracy as we see it. It's quite clearly we're in a dictatorship. We're more or less in a police state. I was at the Trafalgar Square, all of those meetings. Myself and a couple of my friends were in that kettle police movement that was going on at the top. It was quite scary, and you could go into all sorts. They're not allowed to use batons against peaceful demonstrations, blah 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 blah, and they were going in quite heavy-handedly. So anyway, my point of this, it's not becoming brief now, as it suddenly hit 4 minutes. I carry this around with me now, pathetic as it is, and I'm finding it comes out with more regularity, because I think staff in a lot of these places, shops, restaurants, coffee shops, a whole host of places where you are expected to wear these ridiculous coverings, make up their own rules. This is my understanding, this is my experience. I can only go by my experience. So if you guys that feel intimidated and scared and don't know what to do and feel you want to do something, and there are a lot of vulnerable people out there, which is the paradox of the exemption clauses in here, but I got quite good at quoting stuff. As it is, I check this every day. I suspect it'll all get removed. But my point is, when questioned, you can't come in here, you have to have a face mask on. You must leave, you have face mask no on, go. That's an Indian restaurant, by the way. You no come in restaurant, no come in pub, and these are people I know. The guy at the place I went into, he very kindly said, on this occasion, Jonathan, you can go over there in the corner. Now, I was with my friend as well, and this is another thing that happens. He said, oh, don't make a scene. And I've been in a couple of places, don't make a scene. Well, if we don't make a fucking scene and make people aware, then we will be in a fascist state. Did the Jews say that in the 30s? Don't make a scene, don't make a scene. Did they know they were going to concentration camps? We never go to concentration camps. No, it's... my point is at 5 minutes, 45 seconds. When I'm questioned, there's 2 points here. Within the law as it stands, you do not have to explain why you're not wearing a face mask. That's number one. It goes into face mask exemptions, not face exemptions. That'd be awful, wouldn't it? So this is what happens when I'm questioned. So if you can see this, when you do not need to wear a face covering. Okay. Now this is section 3 of the exemptions list, and it says quite clearly, this includes but is not limited to. So section 3.1, children under the age of 11. Public Health England does not recommend face coverings for children under the age of 3 for health and safety reasons. Okay. 3.2, this is the one for I quote, people who cannot put on, wear or remove a face covering because of a physical or mental illness or impairment or disability. Now later it does go on to suggest you don't have to explain that. You don't, just because you know, I'm a charming presenter, doesn't mean that my head's not mashed up and I'm not on I'm on antidepressants and blah 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 blah. 3.2, again, this is what I quote, where putting on, wearing or removing a face covering will cause you severe distress. There's at least 7. There are other scenarios as well that goes on and on and on, but those 3, the 3.2 and 3.3. Now, the guy said to me, we have to wear, you have to show an exemption badge, lanyard or something. Over the page to exemption cards. Those who have an age, health or disability reason for not wearing a face covering should not be routinely asked to give any written evidence of this. This includes exemption cards. No person needs to seek advice or request a letter from a medical professional about their reason not to wear a face covering. Some people may feel comfortable showing something that says they do not have to wear a face covering. This could be in the form of an exemption card, badge, or even a homemade sign. I'm very tempted to get a piece of cardboard box, stick it round my neck, and just say, Def Leppard can't work. Def Leppard. Oh, sorry, that was a good band, wasn't it? Yeah, deaf mute, can't wear mask. It says quite categorically, if you can see that, this is a personal choice and is not necessary by law. So this is as of Tuesday. I fear eventually the more people that question this, but they don't know. This is what and even some of my closest friends, I'm getting frustrated. They seem to go into this mandatory sort of verbal shit without even thinking about it. Oh, we can't go there because you'll cause a scene and you'll get us into trouble for not wearing a face mask. Well, you won't go there because of the face mask. They're missing the point. This is the point. This is actually the law as it stands today. This is it. I haven't amended it. I haven't changed it. And it always comes back to evidence, as myself and a good friend to us. If I was seeing body bags of people in this horrific killing virus on a daily basis, then clearly I do something. But I certainly wouldn't be wearing a face mask. Anyway, that's the end of my rant. I hope somebody can quote these things. Just go and have a check it for yourself. As I said, I print it off, I take it everywhere. And it is uncomfortable. It's not, I'm a loudmouth, but I still find it uncomfortable. It's not, doesn't naturally sit well to say, oh, by the way, you've got it wrong. But I feel I have a sense of responsibility. Anyway, 9.56. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.